What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all for tuning back in. And today we're going to be reviewing, in my honest opinion, Donovan Mitchell's best shoe, the Don 6.
Phone started jumping, what it
Really quick before we get started with the Don issue 6 review, I am 4 subscribers away. Well, probably by the time this video is released, I will already be at it, but I'm 4 subscribers away from 2K. I want to say thank you guys. I really appreciate everything, and I will be dropping a 2K Q&A. So if you guys have a question, you can leave it down below in the comment section and put Q&A at the end of it. And I want you guys to know me a little bit more personally. With all that talking out the way, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the review of the Don issue 6. Starting us off, I'll talk about the sizing and the price. And the sizing, I can recommend that you guys go your true to size. You guys can even go down half a size. And the reason why is because Dons have had an issue for me in the past with heel slippage. Now, granted, your heel doesn't slip or slide out of these, but it doesn't stay as tight as it normally would in like other shoes that you use. Like if you tie your shoe to the tightest, how your heel's gonna stay there, not really gonna move like that. This one doesn't do that. It isn't gonna take you away from your game. It is something that you're gonna notice and feel, which is why I would tell you guys to go true to size, because you are gonna get a good amount of toe space here. And that's why I will also tell you guys to go down half a size, because your toe might still have a good amount of toe space and the heel is gonna be a little bit tighter on your foot. And wide footers, I would tell you guys to go true to size. Hopefully I made that pretty clear for you guys, but yes, true to size or down half a size. Moving on to the style of the Don 6, and I'm gonna give these a 10 out of 10. I love the colorway on the shoe, the vibrancy, all the colors mesh well together. It's almost like when Don did his Crayola pack, but this is just a souped up, better version. I think this colorway is pretty amazing, and I know this is a camp colorway, and I'm assuming this is a camp colorway for like the youth. When like NBA players have like kids around in the training camps, they usually have like bright, vibrant colorways. These do what I'm trying to tell you. As soon as I put these on my feet, everybody asked, what shoes are these? I really love the colorway, and I told them, hey, they Dons, go check them out. The material on the Don issue 6 is a mesh textile upper for breathability. Up next, we have my favorite category, which is the cushion, and I'm gonna go ahead and give these an 8 out of 10. Inside the shoe, they have an ultra light strike pro midsole, as well as this shoe is gonna give you a boost off of the ground, and you guys are also gonna get a good amount of impact force protection upon jumping and landing. On foot, this shoe is gonna feel a little bit stiff. That's because of the spike plate that they added. You guys can see, you guys aren't gonna get the craziest forefoot flexion, because you're really gonna have to press back to get it. That has nothing to do with how well and good the cushion setup is. So in my honest opinion, it's all about preference in the forefoot flexion. People like it, some people don't. I've had shoes that are stiff in the forefoot, and I've had shoes that are very loose in the forefoot, and I still get a really good cushion setup in that shoe, as long as the shoe has a good cushion setup. This is basically if you guys are just running on foot, the cushion is responsive, and you guys are gonna get a good impact force protection upon landing. And I started to notice a lot of shoes are doing this now. They're starting to soup up cushioning towards the back of the heel, because sometimes we all do land on the back of our heel from getting a rebound, or the back of our foot, but from getting a rebound, from going on a layup, dunking. Basketball is a very random sport at times. You can't always control and can't always land very well with good mechanics. You just aren't going to do it. Layup, dunk, rebound, meeting somebody in the air trying to block them. You can't always control how you're going to land it. And I think it's really good that shoes are looking out more for people that get jumpers need, that have more foot pain and stuff like that. I think it's really good that shoes are starting to add more cushion in the heel versus just the balls of your feet. But cushion wise, the Don 6 is good for inside courts. Outside courts, I wouldn't tell you guys to take it, because I don't think it's enough cushion inside the shoe to last you guys on asphalt and concrete, because concrete can hurt your knees, hurt your legs, hurt your feet. So you need something that's going to give you a really good amount of cushion just for the inside hardwood only. So I'd only tell you guys to keep this inside. And if you're a player with sneaky bounce, crazy bounce, or someone with no bounce at all, the cushion setup is still going to be beneficial for you. Moving on to the traction of the Don 6, and I'm going to give these an 8.5 out of 10. You guys are going to hear a really good amount of squeaking. And looking at the traction pattern design, I'm not gonna say it's the exact same, but I definitely can tell they did copy the traction pattern of the Harden 7 to a degree, which I'm not mad at, because the traction of the Harden 7 was a very good one. That's one of the two categories in the Dons that's always been finicky and iffy to me. It's the traction and the support, and these do a really good job. So I'm glad that they decided to go off of the Harden 7 traction pattern, not copy it to a degree, but go off of it. Obviously, you guys can see it is a translucent outsole, and translucent can be a hit or a miss, and these be hitting for sure. Don issue 6 does a really good job of attracting little to no dust at all, performing and having a really good grip and bite. If you guys play on a pristine court, high level court, you guys are gonna get a really good amount of traction. I mean, great amount of traction. If you guys play on a semi-dusty court like me, like pretty much most of us, you guys are gonna get a good amount of traction, really good amount of traction. And if you guys play on a very dusty court, you guys can even get away with playing in the shoe, because I think it's still gonna give you guys a good amount of traction. The only recommendation I wouldn't tell you guys with is to go with this shoe outside, just because the grooves aren't that strong, and I don't think it's gonna last too long outside. If you did take it, probably like at least 2 months. Also, unless the place you live at doesn't have any inside courts, why would you take a crazy colorway like this outside just to get dirty just to ruin the bottom of your traction on the asphalt. I'm telling you guys, I wouldn't recommend taking this shoe outside. Keep this as an inside performer only. Also, the traction pattern is going to help you guys fit many play styles. I felt very confident with the traction setup doing Euro step, spin moves, snatchback, side steps, post shots, dunking, lateral movements, stuff like that. I felt very confident, and I felt that this shoe can fit many play styles. Crafty, a post player, defender, a slasher, a scorer, a shooter, whatever the case, whatever your play style is, playmaker, whatever you do, this shoe is definitely going to be able to hold you guys up traction wise with many play styles. And last on the list, we have the support of the Don issue 6, and I'm going to give these an 8 out of 10. Now, Adidas has this thing called their Eternal Booty, which is basically just a knitted woven mesh sock like material inside the shoe. It's going to give you guys that snug, nice little feel. They started doing it on the Harden 7 and the Harden 8, and they're probably most likely going to do it in the Dame 9, which is going to come out soon, and the Harden 9. So this is something that Adidas specializes in putting inside their support category. So you guys are going to get a decent amount of padding on the ankle bone and Achilles heel. You guys are going to get a nice padded material inside the toe. For maximum security, I would tell you guys to put your shoelace inside the extra lacing hole if you guys can see that. If you guys don't do that, then just like the Harden line, these shoes have a very long shoestring. I don't know why they do that, but they have a very long shoestring. If you guys don't put the shoelace inside the extra hole, you guys are going to have to triple knot it, versus if you guys do go ahead and put that shoelace in there, you guys are going to have to double knot it. I'll be showing you guys a B shot of what that looks like. And I didn't know at first if this shoe had an extra lacing hole or not, because if it didn't, I'm telling y'all, triple knotting the shoe is crazy versus just double knotting. The support in the Don issue 6 is a solid one because it meshes well with the traction pattern, making each other play good together, because most of the time with Dons, the traction's either good and the support's bad, or the support's good and the traction's bad. They always cancel each other out versus go hand in hand, and these do a good job of pairing them together. Both categories of the traction and support are going to do very well together. Ending it off with the ranking of the Don issue 6, I'm going to go ahead and give these a B+. Like I told you guys for the sizing, I would tell you to go true to size, and I will also tell you guys if you're a wide footer to go true to size, and also I would tell you guys if you wanted to experiment, you guys can't go down half a size, because true to size, you guys are going to get a good amount of space at the toe box. Your heel isn't going to slip out or anything, it's just not going to stay as tight as I would like it to be. So that's why I would tell you guys you could test out going down half a size, but if not, true to size is going to be fine for you. Styling of the shoe is amazing, man. I mean, look at the colorway. It's creative, it's bright, it's vibrant. It's one of the best colorways and one of the best looking shoes that Don has had, which is why I think this is one of Don's best looking shoes. The cushion inside this shoe is definitely going to give you guys a good amount of impact force protection upon jumping and landing. So it's very lightweight. I forgot to mention that too. The shoe is very light once you open it outside the box. The cushion inside the Don issue 6 is a solid one as well. You guys are going to get that light strike. You guys are also going to get a good amount of impact force protection upon jumping and landing. A boost off of the ground, but it is going to be a little bit stiff. You guys are going to be able to break into it, and the fourth reflection doesn't take away from the cushion setup at all. Traction, especially, I think it's copying off of the Harden 7, which is really good. You guys are going to get a really good amount of squeaking. It's translucent, which is definitely hidden. It attracts no dust at all. You guys are going to get a really good amount of grip and bite. That's going to go ahead and be the end of this video. Don't worry, I got you guys with the Sabrina 2, the Puma Stewie 3s, the Nike GT Hustle 3s. So I'm trying to get my hands on as many shoes as I can for you guys. Drop them, edit them. You guys can get the review, the 5v5s, the shorts. So I'm trying to do like 2 reviews a week, maybe with a 5v5 on the weekends, but don't worry, I got you guys with the newest shoes possible. But that's going to go ahead and be the end. I'm going to have Chauncey send us out.
Got anything you want to add to it, Chauncey?
What? That's your end intro?
Yeah, that's the end intro.
Thank you for guys watching today's video. See you next in today's video. Bye.